Hi everyone, my name is Mark Quinn. I'm a Chartered Financial Planner and Tax Advisor with the Spectrum IFA Group based in Portugal. And in this video, I'm going to talk briefly about choosing your financial advisor in Portugal. So this was the title of an article in the Financial Times in 2016 by Jason Butler. And in it, he painted a pretty depressing picture of the advisory markets for expats around the world. And I just wanted to cover a couple of those points that he highlighted in the article, just so that you can be aware when you are choosing an advisor in Portugal of what you need to be considering. So one of the key points from Jason Butler's article was that of fees and particularly commissions, because if you're coming from the UK, you're used to quite a well-regulated and fee-transparent advisory market, because in 2012 the UK abolished the use of commissions within financial products. Now the same doesn't hold true in Europe and elsewhere in the world, where commission is still quite common. So you don't really know how much you're paying, and sometimes advisors can hide beneath the surface different layers of fees. So it's therefore very important that you have a crystal clear understanding exactly how much you're being charged, and that whatever advisor you choose discloses these to you in an explicit way. The other point that Jason Butler was identifying in his article was that of qualifications, and it's quite worrying because to be a so-called advisor here in Portugal, you don't actually need any qualifications. So if you're coming from a UK context, it's a very well regulated advisory market, and you need a minimum of what's called level 4. We're actually at level 6, which is Chartered Financial Planner, in addition to being tax qualified. So we can look at things both from a UK context and a Portuguese context. And it's important that whichever advisor you choose is well qualified both in the UK and also regulated in the EU. So how do you choose an advisor here in Portugal, and what should you be looking at when you're speaking to different advisors? Well, most advisors out here will give you a free initial consultation, so take advantage of that and make sure that you ask them several questions. The first one is, are they regulated? So especially post-Brexit, you need to make sure that whichever firm you're approaching is regulated to advise in the EU for EU tax residents. The other thing that then comes into that is, are they backed by professional indemnity insurance? Because if something does go wrong with the advice, you do have recourse against them to claim in future. We've spoke about qualifications earlier in the video, and also fees, so it's important to understand how they work and if they're still working on a commission basis rather than an explicit fee model. And the other factor to consider that's really crucial is their impartiality. So are they impartial, and can they look around the whole of the market to find the best structures, funds and products for you, rather than the services and structures that they're tied to or they have the relationships with. As a final point, I'd just like to say that even if you have an existing advisor, and even if you're happy with them, it's always worth regularly testing that advice, because if you started that advisory relationship, say 5-10 years ago, what may have been competitive and appropriate at the time may not be competitive or as appropriate as it once was. So it's always worth regularly testing the advice that you've received in the past, just to make sure it's still current and up to date and offering you good value. I hope this video has been useful for you. If you've got any questions, please feel free to contact me direct or post a comment below. And also I'd be grateful if you could like the video and comment. Many thanks, bye bye.